Hi, welcome back to our next training session. I am Hitendra Kumar Shah, Pharmaceutical Compliance Consultant, CGMP Trainer and Auditor from NADH Plus GXP Compliance Services. First of all, I would like to thank all of you who like my earlier videos. With your request, our today's discussion topic is on cleaning validation. This is a big topic and needs lot of explanation for understanding. Hence, in this video, we will just touch upon some key things with respect to the cleaning validation. The cleaning validation is performed by considering below criteria. As you are aware about the criteria like visual cleanliness, 10 ppm, toxicity, dose-based criteria and permitted daily exposure. Many organizations perform cleaning validation on the basis of worst case approach by evaluating the worst case product. This means cleaning validation is performed only on 3 consecutive cleaning operations after manufacturing worst case product. While cleaning after manufacturing of all the products batches other than this worst case product is evaluated or checked only on the basis of visual cleaning criteria. If we consider visual cleaning criteria, it is indirect test method used for routine monitoring of the cleaning operation. As per FDA inspection guide, during validation, the firm should document that testing the unclean equipment gives a not acceptable result for the indirect test. Hence, there should be maximum focus on the visual cleaning criteria. But the point is, this aspect is least focused by many organizations, resulting in non-conformance. As a case study, we referred many inspection observations by FDA. Surprisingly, we found that many firms received the inspection observations as the inspection found multiple equipments were identified as a clean. However, observed apparent residue on the interior of the equipment utilizing the manufacture of drug products. In another case, the manufacturer raised the concern that the firm failed to provide a proper study and execution plan for validation and verification of the cleaning. In some cases, inspector raised the concern that the firm failed to adequately clean and visually inspect the equipment. There are many cases similar to this observation. Now the question comes in our mind, how we can make this criteria scientifically justified. For this, we need to understand some aspects and ready with the solution. Of course, through standard operating procedure or pre-approved protocol. For example, if equipment is observed dirty, what is the action plan? Should we directly go for re-cleaning? Here, I would like to tell you that the conclusion can be drawn on the basis of visual cleaning itself. If equipment is still remain visually unclean after following the cleaning procedure, it indicates that the cleaning procedure is not suitable to remove the residue of previous product or detergent up to the acceptable limit. In such a case, we should not directly go for re-cleaning. First of all, this deviation or failure need to be investigated as a part of site procedure. On the basis of investigation, risk assessment and impact assessment and further evaluation, there may be need for revising the existing cleaning procedure. The next aspect is how many persons should inspect the equipment for visual cleaning criteria, as it is an organoleptic test. Considering this as an organoleptic test, the decision will not be conclusive if depend on a single person. Here, I suggest to involve odd number of personnel. For example, maybe 7 for validation of the visual cleaning criteria. Let me tell you one thing, that during routine cleaning is also checked and visually by 3 persons, which is also an odd figure, which includes production operator, supervisor and quality assurance supervisor. So, during this study, if any of the person raised the concern about visual cleanliness, while other persons does not have any concern about the visual cleanliness, in such a case, the dirty part identified by the person should be sampled by a suitable method and tested for residue. If residue is detected within the acceptance limit, the visual clean criteria is valid. If residue is detected above the acceptance limit, the visual clean criteria and also the cleaning procedure is not valid, and the firm should move to alternate cleaning and indirect test method. The next question is how the personnel are inspecting the equipment. The inspection procedure should be so elaborative that the inspector should inspect the equipment from specific height, distance, angle, or with or without use of additional light source, which can enable the person to detect the residue. Under this scenario, the person's eyesight is also plays prime role. Hence, the eyesight of the personnel involved in visual inspection of equipment should also be checked. Another question normally come into the picture is whether personal eyesight is suitable to detect the contaminant at the acceptable level. To evaluate this, one may perform some spiking study where the product residue at worst case limit should be spiked on the stainless steel plate, dried and examined visually. It is a good practice to store spike plates in frame along with the clean plates so as to provide easy reference for the persons who are performing visual inspection of the clean equipment. After visual clean criteria, there are other criteria also which are stated earlier. I will not able to discuss all these criteria here, but yes, I will discuss some problem faced during cleaning validation and during practical implementation, how we can solve this problem. Let us discuss with the 10 ppm criteria. This criteria means 10 ppm of the previous product residue is acceptable in the next product. Many people calculate 10 ppm considering batch size of all the products. Here, I suggest you to take minimum batch size product and calculate the 10 ppm. There is a scenario about the theoretical worst case limit is so stringent that it is not possible to evaluate practically. This can be managed by variety of means. There are many ways to handle these issues. Some ways are, for example, you can go for second smallest batch size for considering the worst case limit. However, for first smallest batch size product, you decide through SOP not to manufacture worst case product before this product. And of course, you can validate primary or first worst case product separately. Secondly, you can check for actual common surface area and not considering all equipment contact surface area, because many people are considering all equipment's contact surface area for calculation, resulting in a very stringent limit. But in such a case, you need to have equipment train just like you prepare product train. The another case is you can work out on second worst case product. In this case, you need to validate first worst case product also, but by putting procedural control, you can decide not to manufacture specific next product in future. In this way, you can validate your worst case product also as well as your next worst case product also. And of course, lastly, if possible, you can try to develop alternate analytical method. In such a case, these so many discussions may not require. With this discussion, I would like to tell you that this topic I discuss on some inspectional observation and practical problems faced during cleaning validation, so as to cover some key points in this small video. If you want to review your existing cleaning validation strategy, or you want to improve, or you want to practically implement the cleaning validation as per current guidelines, you can attend our detailed 2-day training workshop. If you need to train multiple persons in your organization, you can arrange training at your site, as we impart on-site training programs also. Many persons ask us about what services we provide. I would like to inform you all that we provide audit and compliance services, which includes vendor and supplier audits, gap audits, training, provide support in preparing for regulatory audits, preparation and review of compliance report, help organizations for implementation of quality management system and specific current guideline requirements, etc. You can contact us through the number or email displayed on the screen for nominations, inquiries to our training sessions and other services, or in case of further clarification. I request you to share this video to your colleagues so that they can also get benefit with this video. If you are interested in next videos, you can subscribe or get connected through YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook or other social media. If you are interested in any other topic, please feel free to contact us. Thank you so much and ensure all-time compliance.